嗨，大家好。今天我们讲一点后期的开始讲的后期了。之前说的讲的算是怎么样来create catalog import photo export photo 有一点困。今天我就开始讲后期。通常我们开 Lightroom 的时候，我们就在Library Module， 对，say annotation。一般的情况，我在了 Library Module 就看到我们的照片管理怎么样。那如果我们想后期的时候，就在 Library 选你要怎么样的 folder。我今天就最后用的就是我自己的catalog， 就是不是你们通常用到的 home 的 catalog， 就是我自己的所有的照片的 catalog。如果我现在在后期接个 folder， 那 white balance folder 之后，我就跑到 develop。你看，当我们去了 develop 之后，let me see， have to go to the class and then develop。它就只有那个的这个 folder 的照片，全部没有其他的照片。我现在来讲一讲的 layout。通常我们见到的all the triangle， all the symbol， 你见到所有的 symbol， 有很多很多的 symbol。它这作用是怎么样啊？就是可以开，同时来关掉一个 display。那你看，只有我 click， 它可以关掉了。你就是看一看，只有我 click 就是来关掉，然后来开。那所以你看到这时候，那关掉来开，全部是一样。所以有些时候你的不见了，你要看看是不是你有关掉。Lightroom 通常我们常用的就在上面，你跟人家之后右手边的全部是后期的功能，不同的 tools。你看下面的这很小很小用，通常用的就是在上面。你看，所以 white balance 白平衡就是首先，所以很多时候就是最重要的一环。同时你看也可以不同的，你可以关掉。所以如果你看到我们没有那么多 make sure 你看看是不是你关掉那个。另外同时的 white mouse， 你看 solo mode and collapse all。 当你 solo mode 的时候，你看全部不一样了。如果你开这个是basic 就没有了，你开一个其他的没有了。但是很多时候我不用 solo mode， 我就是全部的开得出来 expand all， 就全部的开得出来了。所以开启的时候你要知道你的 layout 在哪里，这怎么样白平衡为什么这里重要呢？很多时候我们拍照的时候，就是当然我们就希望做的全部都做的最好了，但是有些时候就真的不能。好像 Let me see。对，所以颜色怎么样的是对的，可以跟你说，没有一个是对还是错。就是人像也是一样，你可以let me try a real one。也就是有一张这个照片，你看出来，你可以 ，you can 那个蓝调，哦 ，you can 这种红红的也可以，真的没有什么是对的错，什么是正常的颜色，但是很多时候为什么我们我们需要对的白平衡呢？因为很多时候，当然你可以说不同的 setting， 你可以说是艺术 ，is an art， 但是一般的情况，我们最重要就是白色的，
那楼下建那个，
白色的地方就是有白色的。That's what they call white balance， 就是他们说的白平衡。你要叫它，如果你真的蓝色一点，你就知道就是错了一点了，你就知道这样调的白色。当那个白色的时候是对的时候，其他的颜色就是对了。这就是白平衡的那个 concept。let me back。好像这个烟，你真的不知道什么的颜色是对的。我知道我拍的时候是is a like kind of like white in color， 白色的。那我现在讲一讲 the white balance。就是这个地方，就是今天我们在学的。你看它的说的 temperature，主要是蓝色的跟黄色的，记得之后这个绿色的跟红色的，它们是相对的。最后有一个就是 custom， 还有一个 dropper， 就是我们需要明白的地方。我们拍照，为什么我们拍 raw？如果这个就是我拍的时候怎么样就没有调的，就是相机出来的白平衡，就是 S shot。如果你现在，因为我知道是闪光灯的，就是闪光灯，所以你可以用了不同的 auto， 你可以 auto 来尝试。很多时候我用 auto。最后，如果你知道是有些时候你知道是阳光阴天the shade or whatever， 但是我知道这张照片是闪光灯的了，所以你看出来都自动跟你改了出来了那如果你在调的时候，蓝色跟黄色的是相对，是什么意思呢？当你多的let me get a picture。当我蓝色的多的时候，黄色的小一点了，当你黄的多的时候，蓝色的没有，所以它们是相对的。所以你真的 我给你看一看，原来拍的时候怎么拍的时候是这个样子，太晚了。对，我知道我是用闪光灯，那边有闪光灯，也是 No，I have a gel， 应该是 daylight。对，所以如果你知道真的网色这太厉害的时候，你要对减少一点，减少一点，哎，是你看，你知道这个是白色的，这个 play 也是白色的，哎，你这个用你的眼睛来看来调了，白色一点，哎，如果你觉得绿色多了一点的时候，你可以真的变得红了一点，是不是啊？你可以去就是慢慢来调。这个就是你看到的胶片，用你的眼睛来调，这个就是这个方式。我看一看，很多时候你们说为什么我们拍照用拍 RAW 呢？这个是 JPEG， 你看他们的 editing 没有了，就是 auto and custom and that's it。什么也没有。但是如果你拍的 RAW， 它就可以有很多的不同的 setting。这个就是为什么我们拍 RAW and JPEG。那当然，我们在眼睛来看的时候，对，是不是对的颜色啊？不可能，因为你的屏幕也可能颜色也不一样，所以为什么我们拍产品就是最重要？因为the product 里面的颜色就是最重要。好像这个图纸不能 Photoshop， 它的颜色就是这个样子，就是拍出来就是这个样子。所以我们拍之前，我们就这个就是白平衡的 setting， 之后我们有 color checker， 哎，这个是什么作用？如果我们调了白色的后期的时候，我们就到了白色的对的时候，这类颜色就是一模一样。这个就是用来做一个 reference 参考，就是对了。怎么样我们才知道是对了？那我们学了那个不同的 setting， 不同的 level 来调，哎，之后就是那个 dropper， 怎么样？当我的 click， 只要我们去到灰色的地方，中灰，那个 gray color， 或白色的地方，哎，当我们知道白色的地方是对的时候，这个是对的。你看看下面的那个 checker 下面的，因为我现在受不了 RGB 一个数字，哎，你看到吗？的 RGB 98.8、98.3、95.8，那三个数字是同一样的时候，那个白色就是对了。When I click it， 哎，你可以看97.9、97.9、97.9，哎，只要我三个数字是同一样的时候，这个白平衡就是对的。如果你觉得这个情况好像我 under this condition， 我知道这个是的白平衡，我觉得就是 click， 只有我的 click 这个是对的时候，之后我拍的照片全部用这个setting 9个就可以了。这个就是 the dropper。但是有些时候我们来拍的时候，好像这张照片，let me reset it。 开启的是这个样子，但是我们用 dropper， 我们知道，哎，这个地方就是白色的，只要我 click， 行，它会自动跟你调的对的白平衡。对，就我可以亮一点就好。行，这个就是用 dropper 来调白平衡。对，所以你可以看看很多照片。那我拍这些照片的时候，我知道这个只是白色的，但是当时我来调的时候，拍的时候一个尽量一个没可能，所以呢，后期的时候你可以add a shot， 就是往了一点，你可以来调，是不是啊？会调亮一点。这个就是开启的时候，我 after a shot 开启的时候，我就来调了。所以开启的时候，我们就是来调不同的颜色的白平衡。对，这件也是 shot 往里一点，我也可以。你看呢，绿色多一点。那个 green color 多，你就知道红色的多一点，就是看了even。所以很多的照片的白平衡也可以，但是有些时候舞台真的没可能，好像这个舞台怎么每个人黑板 black and white beautiful right， 所以有些时候真的你每个人改的时候就可以了。今天白平衡就是差不多。Okay, let me start again. In Lightroom, most of the time when we turn it on, we will under the library module. The library modules show you all the folder, whatever all your photos. Okay, you show all your folder. And if you want to edit the picture, let's say if I want to edit this folder, right? And then you just start to go to develop. Okay, so let me talk about a little bit about this layout. Now, first of all, you see all this triangle. When you see all the triangle, that means they can expand or close it. Right. So when you do the expand, and then when you go it down, and then let me show you all this thing. Now when you do this like this one, when I hit it, it will close it. And when you expand it, you just like this one, right? You close it, and you can expand it. Right. If you this angle, you can close it. When you close to it, and then you can turn it on. So when you see that something is missing or different, and then you just want to make sure, have you closed it or have you expanded? Okay. In Lightroom, the setup is the most important thing is on the top. You can see that it starts from white balance and then kind of like tone, and this is called a basic folder. Right? With those are pretty much the stuff that you work on the photo, and you pretty much work on this couple items, you're pretty much all set. Right? And then it will be curve and all these HSL, all kind of stuff. The stuff that you not use all the time, always at the bottom. So the most popular one will be on the top. Right? So again, you can turn on and off all this thing. Now, when you do right mouse, you can see that there's a the menu, they call it, sometimes people they call it solo mode. What does it mean by solo mode? You can see that all this, they are high. It's just the basic on. Now, if I want to do the curve, let's say I do the curve, you see the basic high and everything higher. So in solo mode, pretty much is just they display the one that you really want and then close everything. But and usually the screen too small, they try to do it. But for me, most of the time I just expand all. I don't use solo mode, and I expand more and then use the mouse going up and down, and pretty much, and that's about it. Okay, so this is the layout, and if you're missing, make sure you have that expand. Now, today we're talking about is just this function, white balance, right? So they're preset, and then you can see the temperature, they call it the blue and then the yellow. They are opposite, and then the green and then the red, the opposite, and then also a picker. So this is what we're going to learn today. And let me use the JPEG. No, use this. Right. This is a raw file. You can see CR2 a raw file. When you do the preset, you see that you have a couple setting, exactly the same as your camera. Okay. So like this one. Okay. And then I can set it to this style. I can make it do red, whatever color I want. Right? Is that what is right or wrong? Is that is pretty much is nothing you can say is right or wrong unless you're shooting a product. Because even portrait, you can have like a yellow tone, green tone, whatever. And you can have a blue tone, all kind of thing. You can consider in an art or whatever. Right? Let me see. Okay. I can brownish. I can ceramic green. You can get all kinds of coloring, grading. They call it grading. So there's no nothing called right or wrong unless you shoot a product. So you must be in. So that's why if this one, the raw file, they have all kind of setting. Right? But if it's a photo like this, you see that this is JPEG. When you preset, almost like nothing, just auto and custom. And that's it. That's the reason why people said, oh, you shoot raw, you have more stuff to edit. That's the reason why. And then you can more preset or something like that. Now, there is the nature of color. When the red is always opposite at the yellow. Just like the blue and yellow, they are extreme. When you do a more blue, and then less yellow. When you do more yellowish and less blue, and that is the nature of the color. And then the green and the red, they are also opposite. I'm gonna see the green and the red, they are opposite. So that's the nature. And then that's how when, for example, this one, let me reset it. When I shot this one, it's a little bit more yellowish. Actually, it's not, it's really yellowish. It's not right. So you can see that like the plate, this one, it should be white in color. And then some of them, this should be white in color. Right? So what you can do, you can just do auto first, hit auto. not bad, because and then they just average it, and then you just like, of course, I would talk about next class. So you can just light up a little bit, and then see. So it's pretty much white in color. That, but if you think that, yeah, maybe it's too like the cool, I just need a little bit warm, you can just push back a little bit and add a little bit yellow warm color to it. So that's the way you can use auto first, and then you can use the fine tune it. And if you feel that, yeah, it seems like a little bit too greenish, you can village a little bit red. Right. And then we just see the face. Now you can see that, this is white. So end up you said that that's pretty much correct on the white balance. So now it's before, after. But after that, I can feel that it's a little bit, when you turn it, you just feel a little bit bluish. I might, add back a little bit warm color to it. So before and after, that's the way it is. But sometimes you can say that, no, this is the product. And then I pretty much, and it's, whatever the color is, there's no Photoshop, you cannot really change any color of that, because it's a product, whatever the ceramic they make, that's the color, you cannot change it. But what is the right, correct color? This is the stuff. When we're shooting under the condition, we will use a color checker and check, set up the white balance. Now, here is how the picker, the use of the picker. Right? You know that this is white in color. So can you see the bottom of that? The RGB 88.5, 88.5, 88.6. That is if the RGB, the red, green, and blue, if they are equal in number, that means they are perfectly white in color. Right? So when we click on that, and then we just tell them, all right, this is the correct white balance. Right? And then you can, 884, 883, 883 is close. Right? Yeah. So now, when this is the color checker, what we call, now if we tell them this one, let's say under the blue, now under the white, you said, all right, under that lighting condition, this is color, the white color. If you click on that, that means you can see that in 97.9, 97.9, 97.9. So that is the perfect white color under this condition. If this condition is correct, that means all this color is correct. Right? Let's say if you shoot it like this, you can say that no, the white, this should be the white in color. When you click on that, you see it is a reset. So sometimes it's not white, and then for us, usually we just say also gray color. That's when a meat gray or something like that, you can use the gray color. So if you see the picture, like you see that which one is the white color, and then you can say, all right, this is the white color. You can say that, all right, it should be white. So if the thing like that, you can tell them, all right, this is white color. When you click it, see, there's a reset. So that's how you can use the picker to select it. So now like this product, and a shot, and it is pretty much like close. But how when you do that, now you can see the number, 6,050. And then when I, under that condition, I shot it, and I said, all right, this is the color. And then when you do this, 6050, 20, 6050, 18. So that's how you match the color, right? But honestly, most of the time that you guys do the photo is using this and then this. But sometimes if you want to do the white color, that's fine. You can do it like this one. You're gonna change. If I tell it, all right, this should be white in color. See that? It just reset it. You can use this method to do it. And then for this one, let me ensure is pretty much yellowish. Of course, I know this string should be pretty much white in color, but I think it's too small to it. Sometimes is when you see the reflection. See that? Now it's already reset the color. So it's more efficient than you just going to try to slide and move and everything. So that's pretty much what I want to say for today. And then of course, like this one, I think this is not white in color. I think it's creamy ivory or something like that. Yeah. So you can use the picker to do it. And then this one, I can use the picker. This, but I think it's cream in color. It's not really white. Right? You can do that. And of course, you can use auto and then turn it. Now, that's pretty much a simple way we are talking about a white balance. And then when we pretty soon, next time we will talk about how we can do it, because like this, right? This is the photo that I think most of you guys shoot it, this kind of photo. When you're the real time, it's a little bit bluish, but it's how come the color is so blue? Because there are two different light sources. This is yellow is here, and this is like blue. So the camera cannot, should I cut it because they cut yellow and then more blue, right? If you cut it, the blue become a more yellowish, right? And then the snow become more yellow. So that's the problem. Most of the people when do it because two different color light source. So of course you have other method to fix this. So, but right now you try to skip this one. Maybe you just do a little bit, try to correct it. And then this one is pretty good. You can see the difference when you do more yellowish and then the less blue become more yellow. You can see a little bit green and then you can just go in the red. They are diagonal. So, okay, so that's it for today. White balance. Any questions so far? 有没有什么问题？如果没有就
我可以问一个问题吗？
就是一个啦，不用两个啊。
Okay, 那就是我 click 这个 picker 的时候 ，drop 到这个照片上面哈，那3个数字是不一样的。比如我现在在我的电脑上，我 click 有 R 是37.4 G 是41.4 B 是70.4 So 你刚才说3个数字是要一样的 So what do I do if the 3 numbers are all different? What does that mean?
You have to make sure like this one, right? And then when you do the picker, of course the number, they're all different.
Yeah.
All right. But you have to make sure when you shoot the photo at that time, that is the white sheet or the white, like if I this one, right, let me just shot. You know that the plate, you know, the wall plate, this is white in color. Right now you can see the number, they're different, right? RGB is different.
Yeah.
But you can you know that it's all right under that condition at that time, this plate is white in color. So you just tell the software, hey, this is white color. So when you click it, You see that? Now the white spot become the same. 93, 93, 91. So when this one is correct, the rest of the color is correct. So that is the picker. You have to make sure in your photo, like for example, this photo, right? But this one, you know that. Now, this is another example of this, in that you cannot really use the white balance to correct it because the two different color light source is blue and then yellow. So the camera cannot identify what is what, but you pretty much, you can try this now. When you see the picker, you can tell it, all right, the snow should be white. You can tell the software, this is should be white. Now you can see RGB number is different, right? When you click on that, now the color, RGB, they're close. 85, 85, 85. So you just find from the photo, what part is white color, right? And then after you hit this, that is pretty much correct. And then, you know, but now in here, it might be different because I think there's a sunlight. So it's yellowish a little bit. It's different from the roof. It's just white. So in that, you know, I think to see that when you click on this one, because it's a mix of the yellowish in here. So you want to make sure which part of your photo is white or gray color. Sometimes you can use a gray color. I think is, and then this one. Pretty much close. The only thing is yellowish, yeah. But if you can fix it, change to black and white. Look at this, the stage. 舞台也灯光乱七八糟，你就是转了黑白，哇，当然好看很多。所以的。Black and white sometimes is the way to fix the color problem.
你 click 哪里选择 black and white color 这里是吧
See that? Next to it, color, next to it, black and white. You see that all this, the stage, because the stage is always like that. You see that all this color is no way you can fix it. But of course, there's some way with a lot of work. You get black and white, boom. You can also down under here, black and white also. You can do black and white in here also. Yeah, so color. All right, so any questions? 有没有问题？那之后你们的照片可以的颜色应该好一点了。不会那么但是的 snow is not white 白色的不是白色，很多时候就蓝色的，好像这个情况室内的时候黄灯，外面就蓝蓝的，对，这个慢慢再来，但是一般的照片你们应该可以改 ，OK？
好，谢谢老师。
All right, I think to be quick class for today. No more questions. I think that's the most easy one. Ruby, you can stop